Hi, the first version of the reworked Prostheses 2.0 will be available to everyone very soon. Let me walk you through all the new features and improvements in this update. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any new videos. Wait, one more thing. In each video, we give away temporary access to any of our exclusive mods. All you need to do is leave a meaningful comment under this video. And the winner of this video you can see on the screen. Get in touch with us on our Discord server. Massive Circularsaw Arm, a highly powerful prosthetic device capable of annihilating entities with a 100% success rate, sometimes reducing them to small fragments. When activated, enormous circular saw blades begin to spin at high speed, and their teeth can inflict devastating damage on any entity nearby. Upon reactivation, the saw gradually slows down until it comes to a stop. Even when idle, the saw remains an effective cutting tool, able to slice through nearly any material, though complete disintegration of the target becomes much rarer in this state. Homing rocket launcher. This prosthetic is based on homing missile technology. When activated, the device's palm opens like a hatch, releasing a small red homing missile. During this time, the hand cannot hold objects. Anything it was gripping will be dropped. The missile locks onto a selected target if the user manages to aim before launch. Once fired, its trajectory is fixed. It follows only the predetermined target and does not change direction mid-flight. If no target was selected, the missile flies straight ahead from the prosthetic and explodes after approximately 7 seconds. On direct impact, there is a chance the missile may destroy a limb, but more often it simply knocks the target back and deals significant damage. While the palm is open, additional missiles can be launched periodically. If no missiles are fired within about 4 seconds, the palm automatically closes, restoring the hand's ability to grab objects. The prosthetic is equipped with a laser that helps indicate whether a target is locked. If the beam is red, there is no target. If it's green, the target has been acquired. The laser can be turned on or off as needed via a dedicated button in the context menu. Shock Hand is an electrically powered prosthetic equipped with 2 combat modes. The first mode is the electric fist. When activated, electrical discharges appear around the palm, creating a distinctive visual effect. In this state, every strike electrifies the target. Living entities receive additional damage from the electric current. The second mode is a directed discharge. When triggered, the prosthetic releases a powerful surge of electricity forward, striking everything in its path. The strength and range of the discharge depend on how long the activation is held. The longer the charge is built up, the farther the electric pulse travels. The charge level can be monitored via a small indicator. Once it is fully filled, it signifies that the maximum power of the discharge has been reached. Personal Weaponized Hand, a mobile machine gun prosthesis that's always at hand. When activated, the prosthetic unleashes a high rate of fire while simultaneously heating up. The overheating is noticeable. The barrel becomes extremely hot and can burn enemies on close contact, adding a thermal damage component to the ballistic impact. The glue shooter. We tried to make it as fun, chaotic, and downright awesome as possible. So, what is the glue shooter? It's a prosthetic arm that fires blobs of ultra-sticky glue. When a blob hits any physical object, it instantly attaches it to something nearby, either the background or another object, with about an equal chance for both. The result is a stretchy, bouncy glue spring connecting the two. These glue connections aren't unbreakable. With enough force, they'll snap. But if too many glue blobs are stuck around, breaking free becomes almost impossible. Now here's the fun part. If a blob hits an object that doesn't have anything close enough to stick to, and the target isn't a living entity, the blob turns into a sticky ground trap. Any object that enters its area will get stuck immediately. You can even attach multiple traps together to create massive glue fields. Super dangerous if you happen to step in one. If things get too messy and the whole scene turns into a sticky disaster, don't worry. There's a clear debris button in the catalog that instantly removes everything. All glue traps, all blobs, all connections. One click, and the scene is clean again. In short, the glue shooter is a wild, powerful, and hilariously sticky weapon of chaos. The Tactical Blade Arm is an updated remake of the prosthetic from the OG version of the mod. It features a completely new design and new abilities, and fixing all of its flaws. When activated, sharp blades extend from the housing, allowing multi-directional attacks, making the prosthetic especially effective in combat. When the blades retract, the impaled entity is automatically released. There's also a new ability. Double pressing the activation button triggers a powerful air burst that launches the entity impaled on the blades forward. Hope you like the new version of the old prosthesis. Let's move on to another reworked one. Gravitational Ray Arm 3 is an updated and improved version of the prosthetic from the original mod. Its overall concept remains the same, but the design has been refined and new animations have been added. Instead of the previous gravitational field, it now uses two rays that grab the target object. While holding an object, you can double-tap the special activation button to throw it forward. You can adjust the throw force and other parameters in context menu of Prosthetics lower arm. The prosthetic also has a mass limit. If an object is too heavy, it simply won't be grabbed. If you wish, you can disable this limitation in the mod settings using the corresponding option. The functional prosthetics end here. We plan to add more in the future and listen to your feedback to include the ones you'd like to see the most. Now let's move on to simple metal prosthetics that replace specific limbs. All basic metal prosthetics from the old version have been added. However, we've also added wooden variants which can break, for example if they get shot. They shatter into small pieces and can no longer be used. And the wooden hook can be used as a weapon since the hook itself is very sharp. It can also be broken. In addition to the old metal prosthetics, we've introduced a highly requested new feature: full-body prosthetic replacement. Now the head can remain the only living part, with the rest being prosthetic. Several different parts have been added, so you can mix and use them however you want. Aside from prosthetics and other features, we've added a handy tool to the mod that lets you detach any limbs. This can be turned off in the mod settings. If you select a limb and press the Y button, that limb will detach from the entity, and the entity will be healed. You can select multiple limbs to detach several at once. There is also an alternative option. Using the Shift plus Y combination will make the detached limbs disappear immediately, so they don't get in the way. Another new feature is that you can now assemble a body from prosthetics without attaching them to an existing living entity. In other words, you can theoretically create multiple, completely lifeless metallic bodies. For convenience, the human Spawnable has been duplicated into the mods category. Don't worry, it will still remain in its usual place as well. Now, regarding the topic many are concerned about. Yes, some content will be behind a paywall, and we understand why this may be disappointing. However, this is a necessary measure. We spend a lot of time working on the project every day, and your support is essential for us to continue. The plan is as follows. Glue Shooter and all new content will first appear in early access on Patreon until we polish everything to perfection. After that, the updates will be released for free on the workshop. Simply put, Patreon will always have the newest version of the mod, while older, refined updates will be published on the workshop. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on our Discord server.